Hi, my name is Stefan Klug, and next game is from a match from the Chicago Chess League against the Argonne Rooks. My opponent is Roy Benedict. I'd lost the last game, so I definitely wanted to do better this time. And it's always a pleasure playing him and analyzing the games afterwards with him. So I'm having the black pieces, and he's starting out with e4, and that's Sicilian. And then obviously here you have several choices. The Najdorf's the most popular, and the Dragon's actually a little gotten a bad rap. So, but it's always a fun opening to play. So here we're actually going for the Yugoslav attack, and so this is all main theory, well known. Hopefully, White's gonna castle long, and Black's gonna attack on the queen side, and White's gonna castle attack on the king side. So with this bishop c4, he prevents d5. It's also a very common line. And so here we're going for the main line. And now Topalov and Gwayne Jones, they recommend to take here and play b5, and it's just a different game. Obviously he's playing a5 and so forth, but that's not what I played. I played this line, king b1 to get it out of that c file, and knight c4 takes, and now the main line again is g4, and it's almost forced to take that pawn at some point, and then you'll get 3 pawns for the piece, and again a different game. So my opponent plays h4, h5, and so now he overprotects c3 because obviously that exchange sacrifice is well known. But obviously this allows me now to go to b5, and I can attack, and now he can't play g4 really easy because I can possibly take it. So the computer, I wanted to show you a fun line here as bishop h6, I move the queen here, and then this is a typical idea where you lose this e7 pawn right here, but actually in this case there's a surprising line. You take on e4 with the idea that now both these guys are hanging, and you get your pawn back with interest, I feel. So just it's always interesting to see the little details in the chess. Can't stop after the first couple moves. You gotta go just a few more moves to see whether a line will work. Alright, so but he didn't play, he played knight f4 to, I guess, go after that d5 square, and here I decided I wanted to sack a pawn. Why is that a pawn sack? Well, you'll see in just a second. So here I'm forcing him to take that pawn. Well, I guess there was this idea, but it doesn't really work because I can take, and then if he takes my rook, really bad because of the check, and then with the queen coming to a5, and then the bishop over here, and he's not really getting out because the queen's it's just game over. So he would have to take my rook. Oh, sorry, he would have to take my knight. I take, he takes, and I take, and it's probably not more than a draw for black, but again, it's a fun game. So back to the game. He took my pawn, so now obviously I've got an open b file, and then he still hasn't opened any lines, so I already felt really good. Here the computer likes queen b8. I just feel that this is much better because if I don't have to get rid of that b pawn, I would want to. And now I'll play queen b8. Computer obviously wants to take this pawn, but I don't think for you, and it's quite. So here's an idea. Go here. Queen goes away. I double this. I attack it, and then we can just go crazy. Those are not forced lines, but just to give you an idea what could happen if you take that pawn. So he did not take the pawn. He went back. So a lot of moving back and forth with the same piece. Obviously not good. I double the rooks, c3, and bishop c6. I expected him to see my next move. I thought I was quite quite obvious what I wanted to do next, but he moves his other knight out of the way, attacking my pawn here. And probably I could play d5 if I really wanted to, but so what's the next move? Give you 5 seconds. Obviously it's very thematic. Take. And so he really should have played queen a, king a1, and then in this instance I shouldn't go back, because then I do lose this. Oops. Then I do lose this pawn. I have to go here, and then again he can't take this, because this whole position with this, these guys are weak. So, and he took. Obviously the next move's easy. Queen goes out of the way. And now what's the next move? Give you 10 seconds for this one. Alrighty. Oh, how we love our sacks on c3. Now you may think, hey, that knight is hanging, so let's go for that one first. So in this case the rooks just sacrifice themselves, and it's checkmate with the queen. So so he played the next logical move, which is to just take that rook, and now I take with the knight. Obviously that guy's pinned, can't take, so the king has to go move out of the way, and now I so now I've got 1, 2, 3 guys attacking this pawn, and so I think he made one more move. Yeah, so actually the best move is this, when I just take and I'm up a piece, and it's it's over. So he made this bishop d4 just to prevent this, but he obviously oversaw my nice check there. So just for your entertainment here, I thought I showed this is kind of funny. And it's checkmate. Obviously I was really happy about the game, and the team won, and I won a really nice game, and I hope you enjoyed this as much as I have.